Hello, I'm Michael Williams, founder of the Memoir Studio, and I want to welcome you to Writing Through the Fear, a seven-part video series for memoir writers who feel called to tell their stories but find themselves hesitating. Hello, does this sound familiar to you? You've scheduled time for your writing in your diary and your calendar, and then the time comes and, well, your writing falls off the list and something else becomes more important. I want to talk today about one of those challenges or fears that creep up in our lives, procrastination, resistance, and how to get ourselves back to the page. Welcome back. I'm Michael Williams from the Memoir Studio, and I'm glad you're here. So let me ask you again, in a gentle way, have you ever set the intention to write? Maybe even, like I say, mark time in your calendar, and then somehow it just didn't happen? The dishes called you. Um, a friend called up or knocked on your door, you felt too tired or too distracted, told yourself, I'll do it tomorrow. And then another week slips by. Believe me, I've been there. This isn't laziness, it's something more tender. It's often a kind of resistance disguised as a distraction. Let me give you, again, an illustrative story. A woman I worked with once joked that she cleaned her oven every time she planned to write. Well, she was honest. It became a kind of ritual. Sit down, open the laptop, feel the discomfort rise, and suddenly the pantry and the kitchen had to be cleaned or reorganized. But underneath that pattern was something real. She was afraid of what might surface if she let herself sit still long enough to write. So she stayed busy instead. When she named it, not with shame, but curiosity, something shifted. She gave herself permission to write for just 10 minutes. No pressure, no masterpieces, just showing up. And the words came slowly at first, and then more freely. See, writing asks something that our busy lives don't always make room for: stillness, attention, and self-regard. I know that these can feel indulgent, even selfish, especially if you're someone who's spent a lifetime caring for others. But writing your story is not selfish. It's an act of self-honoring, and it doesn't happen to happen in grand, uninterrupted hours. You see, 10 minutes can count. One paragraph counts. Even sitting with your notebook open and not writing counts because you showed up. The key is not willpower, it's rhythm, gentle repetition, a ritual that invites the words to meet you. Maybe it's a cup of tea and a candle. For me, it's a cup of coffee. Maybe it's writing with a group so you don't feel alone. Maybe it's putting your writing on the calendar and keeping it sacred, like you would a meeting with someone you love. And remember, if you've stopped, you start again. You haven't failed, you've just paused. So I'd like you to take 10 quiet minutes and begin with this line. If I gave myself permission to write, I would. If I gave myself permission to write, I would. And let that sentence lead you. Let it surprise you. There's no wrong place to begin. You're not behind. You're not bad at this. You are returning again and again to what matters. That, my dear friend, is the writer's path. Next time, we'll explore a deeper fear: what happens when writing touches old wounds, and how to keep going when it hurts. But until then, keep writing what's true and trust that 10 minutes is enough. This has been Michael Williams from the Memoir Studio. Thank you. And if memoir writing intrigues you and you want to dig deeper into your own writing, then I invite you to come to the Memoir Studio at memoirstudio.ca. And there you'll find my course platform with courses and resources and downloads and so on. I'd love to meet you. Get in touch with me at michael@memoirstudio.ca. That's my email. And I'd be glad to have a conversation with you about your writing. Okay, thank you very much.